Hello, Hometalk viewers. Hi, I am Tamisha with Toolbox Divas, and I am joined here tonight with my fellow Toolbox Diva, Jennifer.
Hello.
AKA the neighbor. And let me turn on the lights for a second because it got a little dark in here. One moment. Yes, I think that's better.
I noticed that too. It's like good timing.
Yes. So, we have a great show tonight. Tonight, is the perfect show for the herb lovers out there. I'm talking about parsley and rosemary type herbs. So, yeah. I'm going to show you how to make a vertical garden where it does not matter what temperature it is outside. And for tonight's giveaway, I want you to tell me what you would make, what drink or food you would make with the herbs in your kitchen or in your garden in general. Because now that I have this fancy, fabulous new herb garden in my kitchen, I need all kinds of ideas. And whoever gives me the best answer, you have the opportunity to win this Hometalk tote. Okay, let's get started. First, I'm going to put on my safety goggles. And tonight, my goggles, they match my tools. I'm a toolbox diva. So yeah, my goggles match my tools. Alright, so building the planter boxes. This is totally a scrap wood project. I have all of this old wood flooring that I had left over from my first flooring job in my home. And I have a lot of flooring pieces that I will never use. So I make things out of them. So this is basically an upcycle project. Even better, makes it even greener.
Yay, upcycling.
Yes. So what I did was I took the flooring and with a saw, you could do this with a table saw, you could do this with a track saw, or you could just leave it actually. I took the edges off because it would, the edges that you would use.
Oh, the interlocking
part? The interlocking clips. Yes. So this is a basic scrap project. You can do this with a 1x6 if you don't have the scrap wood. And then the base of the planter boxes are going to be 1x4s. And these are just regular basic furring strips. Okay, so now let's start assembling the box. And before we started, I went ahead and painted everything.
And what did you use?
I used some big sample paint called Silent White.
I see you like that.
I do. And when doing these little small projects, sample paint goes a long way. Alright, so first things first, let's put the sides onto the planter box. Oh, and another thing that I like about these, the old wood flooring, is that it's super light. It's only about a 1/4 inch thick. And with the planter boxes, because this will be a vertical planter, you want it to be light. But you also want it to be durable.
Yeah, because if you want to move them or whatnot.
Yes. So I've already painted them. I've even already sealed them. And I'm not worried about some of the paint coming off during this process because I can go back over them later.
Nice. Nice.
So with this, because this is not very thick, we're going to use a wooden dowel. And this is a 1-inch square wooden dowel that you can find at your local hardware store. I picked this up at Home Depot. And I cut it down to about 4 inches. And I'm using my fabulous brad nailer because I absolutely love this tool. This is probably my favorite tool next to my drill.
Nice.
But you can do this with a regular hammer and some nails. And using a hammer, I will say, is very therapeutic. So, hammer away your frustrations.
It's like the mannequin I have in my garage. I like to punch.
Well,
yes.
I guess it is kind of like it's like the same. I don't know.
Cathartic.
It's cathartic, but in a different way.
Yes.
That kind of sounds kind of violent, but
Hey,
Okay, so what are people saying that they would make?
Salsa.
Salsa. Oh, I love salsa. I can never get enough cilantro. And actually, as a result, we are planting cilantro tonight. Cilantro.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you on this. Actually, it's pico de gallo that I make all the time.
Interesting.
Yes.
Tomato juice.
Tomato juice. Really? Mm-hmm. When I think of tomato juice, I always think of those like commercials, like back in the day when I was younger, and it came on around like the time when they were talking about Bloody Marys and Golden Girls.
Okay.
Yeah. And because I watched a lot of Golden Girls when I was growing up.
Well, hey, it's the era. It was a good show.
I love that show. I love the reruns.
Ooh, a smoothie.
A smoothie? What kind of smoothie? And what kind of herbs would you put in it?
Yes.
I need to know.
You could grow kale and put that in any smoothie. It has like no flavor in it. Bruschetta.
Oh, bruschetta. I like that. What about some drinks? I need some drinks. Some drink.
Grow some celery for a Bloody Mary.
I don't like Bloody Marys. Yeah, so basically, what the wooden dowels do, they provide stability and a place for you to, a area that's thick enough to actually support the planter. And this is a pretty small planter. So it fits in your kitchen. And it's made for small spaces. So let's say you're in an apartment, you're in a small area. This is the perfect garden for you.
Mint julep.
Mint julep. Is that a drink or is that
It's a drink.
What's in that?
Mint. Or a mojito.
Oh, so I always have mint, right? And the only thing I can ever think to do with the mint is make mojitos. And I'm like, well, they have to do something else.
Mint julep. It's like, I think it's...
Is it alcoholic?
I think there's like tea or something involved.
But is there alcohol in it?
I don't know. I think it's a southern drink. You should really know.
I should know, right? But
yes.
I don't.
Look at that Brad Naylor.
Yes. It's quite nice.
I like the flashlight in the front.
It does. Again, don't worry about the scratches in the paint because you can always come back and touch it up later. But for the sake of time, I did go ahead and paint it all. Alright, so now I'm going to attach the other end of the planter box. So we've already attached one side and the sides. And look how fast that was. So literally putting together the planter boxes take approximately like 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mike. Whiskey is mint julep.
Mint julep, okay.
Is whiskey.
What, brown liquor?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a couple people putting recipes for a mint julep on here. So you
Thank
can go
you,
back
thank
and
you,
check it out. Thank y'all. Yes.
You said y'all.
I did.
You've been hanging around me too long.
We're talking about... Hey, Maryland is technically southern.
Not really.
It's the northern tip of southernality.
Not really.
Whatevs.
So yeah, so I'm using my Brad Nailer. My Brad Nailer really does make this project go a lot faster. We're using a 18 gauge Brad Nailer, and this nails are 1/4 inch. 1 inch and a fourth.
Yes, that does really stuff up the paint, but it's all good.
It does. However, this is a matte paint by Behr. It's called Silent White, and I can touch it up very easily,
real quickly.
Yeah,
nice.
And you will never notice the difference. Okay, so now that we have our planter box in place, I've actually already sealed it with the inside. You want to seal the inside with some Thompson water seal. So basically you just go in there and use like a foam brush and you just go ahead in there. And this is a clear Thompson water seal.
And it's already sealed.
Yes, so it's sealed. And then, remember that time when I showed you guys how to recaulk your bathroom? Well, I have leftover caulking left.
Leftover caulking left.
I know, it's just... Well, that sounds kind of weird when I say it like that.
Yes, when it's out loud. But it made sense in your head.
It did. It's almost like awesome sauce caulk. Remember that one? Yes. Okay. So anyway, caulking.
I'm blushing over
Okay,
here.
that was a line. Okay, that means you guys have to go back and watch our previous live from when we were showing you how to recaulk your bathroom, because then you'll get that line.
Yes.
I promise you, we're not like that. Anyways.
Ooh, dill for pickles. Ooh, Barbara, I love pickles. Anyway.
I like pickled okra. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I have this leftover caulking.
Let's see what that is.
This caulk actually does not require a gun.
Interesting. It's like it is its own gun.
It is its own gun. So basically what you do with the caulk is you go into the seams. And you just run it along the edges into the seams to close up the gaps that you may have in the planter.
To seal it.
And you don't even need you could use a hide tool, to go into the crevices to make it a little easier, but it's not necessary. You can use your hands, you can use, but this tip really does wonders, actually.
It does do a pretty good job.
It does. It just runs, so just
you get
run
the
it
right
along,
angle.
Yeah, run it along the edges. And this is a great way to reuse the products that you already have in the home, so you don't go out and buy all kinds of new stuff.
Well, not only that, but it's all that stuff is going to be hidden under the plastic.
Yeah, this is hidden. So
dirt.
basically, what this does, adds extra security to the seams, so that if water does get out, you know, it's held into the actual planter.
Yes, it's not all over your floor.
It's not all over your floor. But keep that in mind when I tell you something else later.
Okay.
Yes.
Foreshadowing?
Okay. Yes. It's foreshadowing a tip.
All right, so for people who are just joining us, what are you creating today?
We are making a vertical herb garden.
Yay!
Yes.
So you just created this.
Yes, so I just made this. This is a planter box. This is made out of old wood flooring.
Nice.
Pre-engineered hardwood floor that I had in my house.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to take some eye screws. What does the box say? Screw eyes, and these are number 8s.
Let's get a picture of those. But Tamisha, the ones in the box are silver, and the one in your hand is gold.
Oh.
How did that happen?
Thank you for asking me that, Jennifer. We spray painted all the hardware before we got started. We spray painted it a metallic gold.
Fantastic.
Yes, using this Rust-Oleum metallic gold. I got a thing for gold these days.
Sarah Ames says basil for homemade popsicles. That sounds
Homemade
so
popsicle.
refreshing.
It does. With watermelon?
I don't know, but that sounds delicious.
Oh.
Basil and watermelon.
Okay.
Sorry. We're getting off topic.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And watermelon, your shirt's pink, so...
Yes, it is.
And people are loving your shirt. Where can they get the
Thank you.
shirt?
On my website at toolboxdivas.com.
Yay!
And I want you guys to go out and get it because, I want you all to feel like you're a Toolbox Diva because after tonight and watching our lives, you are a Toolbox Diva.
Yay! All right, so what's the question for tonight? Let's repeat the question.
In order to win a Hometalk tote, tell me what would you make food, drink with your herbs?
Specifically drinks?
Okay, so okay, so now we're going to actually put the hooks on to the end of the planter.
So how do you decide where you want it?
So basically, the way I decided was, in order to keep it all even, it was so scientific. So I took where my knuckle is, and I set it down like this, and I marked right here.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Just got out of focus.
And I marked right here. And that's how I was able to come up with a pretty even estimate.
There we go.
Not really an estimate, but a pretty even measurement as to how low the marking goes.
Yeah, because your knuckle doesn't grow between sides.
My knuckle does not grow.
It's the same. Nice.
Okay.
Ooh, bath bombs. I want that recipe.
Really? You can make bath bombs out of it?
Out of fresh herbs? That sounds amazing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even know that. So then you take your drill. You drill in a little bit. Just a little bit. On both sides. For where you want your eye screw to go. And we're going to get some pliers.
Trying to get in focus, guys. I'm sorry. There's the holes. Looks like eyeballs.
Yep.
Get your little eyeballs.
We drilled that right there.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't drill that far in. We only drilled in a little bit. Because what we're going to do is, we're going to take the eye screws, and we're going to start going in there by hand. And then we're going to take some pliers, and we're going to start twisting it to tighten it in place. Because you don't want to drill fully into the actual wood. Because you don't want to create any kind of wood fatigue.
Wood fatigue.
Wood fatigue. Wood
Even
fatigue.
wood gets tired.
Even wood gets tired. Yes, and you want it to actually stand. You want it to be at a horizontal level.
Horizontal, not vertical.
Horizontal, not vertical. Because this is where you're going to actually use to attach the planter to the actual chain that we're going to be using to hang it up on.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. Okay. So, what are some other things? Where are people tuning in from? I'm always interested in knowing that.
UK, Tennessee,
Hey.
New York City.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Makes me think of that song.
What song?
Oh my gosh. This song where the guy says Tennessee. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Off topic. Anyway. Indiana, Oregon, Virginia, Kansas. What's up, everyone? Idaho. I like saying Idaho. Charlotte, North Carolina. Ooh, Salem, Ohio. I didn't know Ohio had a Salem.
I did not know that either. Okay,
so there's a river road in every city. There must be like a Salem in many other parts.
So again,
anyway, so using your major scientific method of measurement.
Your major scientific way of measuring. You take your finger and you place your knuckle in the crevice of the knuckle. You place it there and you make a right angle.
Let me see if I can get a better angle. See, is that a better angle, people? I hope so.
Yep.
There you go.
That's how you get your measurement as to how far down.
What if you got really stubby fingers?
It doesn't matter because it'll all be in the same place because it's where your finger lands.
So it's pretty much as long as it lands, you can screw it into
the 1-inch wooden dowel.
Then you're golden.
You're golden, unless you're using a thicker wood. So like I said, this is totally a scrap wood type project. You can use any wood that you have around the house. But if you're using a wood that's about a 1/4 inch thickness, you need to use some sort of support. And
you're not screwing in that far, just enough to really get a good starter hole.
Yes. I'm not screwing
Rob
in that
Karen,
far.
we love you too. Thank you for thinking we're hilarious.
Thank you.
We think so.
I think so. We just have a good time here.
Yes.
All right, and like with that one, I kind of basically screwed in with my hand.
Wow, that just made that happen.
But yeah, you can do it. Use your pliers. That gives you a better grip.
That sounds easy.
It's so easy. Making these planter boxes, I mean, is like super easy.
You're like halfway done.
I'm done, actually.
Well, you still got what?
So the planter boxes itself, I'm done. So now, what you got to do now is you have to line it with some plastic because with planter boxes, you can't have dirt actually touching the wood. Because then it'll like deteriorate really fast.
Yeah, it'll break it down.
It'll break it down.
Sorry.
Okay, so then
I just went.
So then you just use some scrap plastic. This is actually some plastic that I had left over from when I painted. I painted something. I'm always painting something, so I don't know. I was painting something.
You were covering your area.
Yeah, I was covering my area or half covering it. You know, however
partially.
However you want to look at it. I was doing something.
Ooh,
with it.
pesto for fettuccine.
Ooh, fettuccine. I like that. Okay, so one of the things that I realized that when I first started the project, I was using my Arrow stapler, right?
Yeah.
But the thing that I noticed was my box was too narrow.
Oh, it wasn't big enough.
It wasn't big enough. So to improvise, I went to my desk and got my stapler.
Your swing line.
So totally, you guys can. If you don't have exactly what you need, make what you have work. That's the bottom line to this.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so now you want to line your plastic up. And again, don't worry about any nicks or anything in the paint because the paint is a matte paint color finish. So we can go back and fix that at any point. But you want your plastic to line up with the edge of the planter. And I'm just using a regular office stapler gun. And there's nothing fancy to it. And because it is just a regular office staple gun, it doesn't exactly go in that far, but it gets the job done.
That's all that matters.
That is all that matters. It gets the job done. And then the thing about with the caulking that you use, if you put it in there before the caulking actually dries, it actually helps it to seal to the actual.
Sink it in there.
Yeah, it does.
Sticks it in there.
So that was kind of like a happy accident.
Bonus.
Bonus, yes.
Bonus.
Happy accident.
Bonus hack. What?
Yes. You can use caulking to help things adhere.
Now, I don't drink, but a peach basil julep
Oh,
sounds
now that sounds amazing.
So I'm assuming that's peach basil and whiskey.
But the whole brown liquor thing, I gotta get over that. I don't know, something about brown liquor.
I don't know.
That might be a southern thing.
I don't know.
I've never been one, like growing up, it was always, okay, so I'll tell you a secret about me. It's a secret, guys, so don't tell anyone. So growing up in South Carolina, I always thought that, liquor stores, ladies didn't go into liquor stores.
Who told you that?
Like I said, I'm from the South. So
Okay.
the liquor store and the grocery store, were separate. Are separate. So if you wanted wine, you could easily find wine in the grocery store. But when I moved up here to Maryland, wine was only sold in the liquor store. I will tell you that I was so embarrassed the first time I went into a liquor store to get me wine. But as I got older and as I got accustomed to alcohol, I guess. I don't know. What's the word? I don't know. Not accustomed to alcohol, but accustomed to living in a state that is a little different. Now going to the liquor store doesn't bother me. But still the concept of like liquor and like different types of liquor, it still like makes me think back to like things that I remember people saying when I was younger.
Greek dishes. Woohoo! Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't drink, so I don't go to liquor stores very often.
All right, so now
It's looking
we're almost
good.
done. We're almost done.
Looks
So
like it's almost about to have plants in it.
it is almost about to have plants in it.
Almost about close to almost.
Yeah, right now I'm just like you. Again, I'm using a regular office stapler gun, so don't expect perfection because, yeah, I'm just making it work.
Nice.
And honestly, you guys, when you're doing stuff like this around the house, you don't need to go out and buy all these big fancy things. You don't have to go out and buy the big fancy tools. You don't have to go out and buy all these different types of different things.
Thingamabobbers.
Thingamajigs, yes. That people say that you need to get stuff done because your best projects are done with what you have.
Ooh. I missed the name, but double-sided tape. She said you probably could have used double-sided tape.
I could have used double-sided tape if I had it.
But
I didn't have it. So.
I'm also thinking that if it got wet over time with the moisture, that it would probably come off.
That is true. So basically, I will admit to you guys, I don't naturally have a green thumb. So I get a lot of my planting advice from my dad and my friends. Because so my policy when it comes to planting things, I buy cheap. Because undoubtedly at some point I'm going to kill it. So this is a big thing for me. Because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm starting to plant now.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. We're done.
Yay, look at that. Your planter is all ready for what? Planting!
Yes, it is ready for planting. All right, so now I'm taking my glasses off, and now it's time for my gloves because granted my hands are. I don't want dirt under my nails. Okay, I can't even say I don't want my hands dirty because they're already dirty.
Yep.
So yeah, building and everything, it's a dirty job.
Yes.
But it's fun.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I'm putting on my gloves.
We have a lot of people saying salsa.
Salsa, okay.
No, you gotta say salsa.
Salsa. But I like pico de gallo.
No, salsa.
I like pico de gallo.
Salsa.
I like pico de gallo, though.
Okay, that's fine, but I like
That's
to say
different.
salsa. It's not as fun to say pico de
I
gallo.
like pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is like
Salsa.
different than salsa.
Salsa. Salsa. Say it with me, everyone. You know you want to.
Okay.
All right, so next step in our planner box.
We want to line. Okay, so we want to line the planner. Because this planner doesn't have like a built-in drainage thing in it, we have to create a drainage system within these planner boxes. So the way we do that is we're going to line
Opa! Yes, sorry.
Huh?
I'm just sorry. I see my Greek sisters, yes. I gotta go with the opa. Sorry.
We're going to line
Jen's night of randomness.
the planters with some river rock.
And what kind of river rock? Can I get a picture of it over here, or is it too big of a bag to pick up?
Okay.
Oh my lord.
At Home Depot.
Vigora.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure you don't get the pea pebbles. You want it to be a little big.
River pebbles.
Pebbles are a little bigger. Or a little bigger. Yes. So what you're gonna line it first with the river rock, because this helps with the drainage down at the bottom of it.
Yes.
And then they're
create
nice.
your own.
And so, like, because I don't have a green thumb, trust me, I am totally open to any of your suggestions on planting ideas or
Don't overwater it.
Yeah, don't overwater it. I've done it a couple of times. So yes, help me out. Okay, so then you want to actually line it now with some peat moss.
Yay,
and
peat
this
moss.
is the Miracle Grow peat moss.
Sphagnum.
Yes.
Say that 10 times
What
fast.
is it? What?
It's called sphagnum, I
What?
guess.
What?
Either that's
What?
spahagnum, but I don't
Okay,
think
this
that's
is peat
it.
moss.
It's peat moss.
Okay, so the reason you want to line it at the bottom with the peat moss again, this also helps with the water retention. And with the water that will seep down under the plants, under the soil.
It looks like dirt.
It smells like dirt too. Makes me want to sneeze.
Nice.
This is a dirty job. Oh, so again, if you guys are just joining me, we are making a vertical planter herb garden, and we are giving away a Hometalk tote. So tell me what you would make with your herbs. It could be a food item, it could be a drink, but give me some ideas so that I can make different things with my new herb garden. Okay. All right, so now that we have it lined with the peat moss, now it's time to basically plant. So I have some basil, and I have some cilantro. So basil for the bruschetta.
Yes.
And cilantro.
That
Huh?
popsicle.
Oh, and the popsicle. Yes, the popsicle with the watermelon. Yeah, I'm going to have to make that this summer.
I'll be over.
Yes. And we have cilantro for the pico de gallo.
Yes, yes. Salsa.
Pico de gallo. Okay, so
It's so much more fun to say salsa.
I want to make pico de gallo.
Okay, that's fine.
I think pico de gallo is different from salsa.
Ooh, candles. Someone said candles. I think
Candles.
Summer said candles.
Oh my gosh. And this stuff is so fragrant right now. I love it.
Cindy wanted to know if it would work with succulents.
Well, actually,
I would say yes.
Yeah, yes, it does.
I would say yes.
But with succulents, it's a little different. So yeah, but yeah, for the most part, yes. From my understanding. So again, my growing knowledge is a little limited to what my dad and my friends tell me. So okay, so now we put a little bit of
So just
soil
contact
in
your
there.
dad.
Yeah, just contact my dad. Sorry.
He'll let you know it all.
He's the one that grows everything in the house.
All right, so now we're on soil.
Okay, so now we have the soil in there. And now we're going to cut this open.
That way you don't break the roots that have started.
Yes, you don't want to break the roots. But, okay, so what you want to do before you start cutting it open and everything, you want to make sure the plant is heavily saturated with water.
Before.
With these type of planters. Because these are biodegradable.
That's cool.
Yeah. So the mixture is saturated with water, which I already watered them beforehand. And you're going to take off the top part of it.
Oh, that plastic.
The plastic.
Weird.
And keep the receipts. Because, you know, typically, like at Home Depot or whatever, if you kill something, you could try and figure out, you know, what you did wrong. And they'll give you a second chance sometimes.
Nice.
I mean, a lot of hardware stores will. So,
nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep these. So,
yes.
Okay, so, and then you want to take off the bottom of it.
Just kind of
Just a little bit so that it actually, so the roots can get to the, and what I normally do is I keep the actual
little
identifier in there until I label the box. Alright, so next we're going to plant another area of cilantro. And you know what I learned about cilantro from a friend who plants a lot of cilantro?
Not your dad?
Not my dad. they don't come back.
Cilantro doesn't grow back?
It doesn't come back.
It's an annual?
No, I mean, like, if you cut it, you don't, like, it'll, like, just, come back and grow back. It doesn't really work like that.
Interesting.
That's what she told me. So, I don't know yet. So, this is some of the things I'm going to learn.
Nice.
Planting my cilantro.
I like the whole soap idea. Natural herb soap. I do
like the soap idea a lot. Okay, so now we're going to plant our basil. And, yeah, so you guys, I'm going to show you that you can make as many of these planter boxes as you want. Because how are we going to hang it? We're going to actually be hanging it using chain.
Should I show them?
Yes, go ahead and show them. Ta-da! So, at the end of it, this is how your vertical herb garden will look. And it's totally adjustable. You can remove the plants, take them down if there's an issue, if you got to replant some things. You know, if the plants get to be too high, you can make adjustments because it's adjustable on a chain. Yes. So now I'm gonna finish planting the other basil. So don't be afraid that if you're thinking, you know, well, this plant grows a little high, this plant might take over the planter box. That's fine. You can easily make adjustments with this plant system, with this vertical garden system. And again, it works great no matter what the weather. Just place it in a window. So for me, what I did was using a stud finder, like so. I went along the ceiling to look for the joists. And being that this is my garage, it's easy to identify the joist because the putty tape is still there.
Oh, nice.
From when they installed the
so you pretty much did.
From when they installed the drywall. And yeah, and I didn't think it's necessary in the garage.
Chocolate mint is really good. I have that actually at my house at an outside planter. It smells so good. I have
chocolate mint in there, and I love it. I just don't know what to do with chocolate mint other than smell it.
I would dip it in chocolate and eat it.
So if you guys have any ideas on what you can do with chocolate mint, please.
Soap.
Other than soap. Something edible, please.
Mint chocolate. I don't know. Decorate it on top of your cake.
Really?
All right, so now you are putting...
So now I'm filling in the edges. I'm filling in around the plants with some soil.
Nice.
Yes. And...
Chocolate.
Okay, so one of the things that I learned from having this planting system, because the water does drain down to the bottom, you don't have to water it that frequently. So, for you novices like me, this is the best system because...
You only need to water it like once a week, maybe?
Pretty much.
That's awesome.
Pretty much, because it will start like... So even if the soil up top starts to look dry, the soil at the bottom isn't necessarily dry.
Okay.
So you gotta feel down to the bottom to see how you get a sense of the moisture level in the soil.
Right.
Okay, and another thing to consider, when you are working with a small planter like this, you have to replenish the nourishment in the actual soil. So you do have to use plant food.
All right.
Yes, things that I've learned from maintaining this garden.
Nice.
But again, when you have freakish weather because of climate change, because of different things that have occurred, like last week we had snow in March in Maryland. That doesn't happen really, and it doesn't happen as much.
No.
But I mean, things were already starting to bloom, and there are a lot of plants that died. But if your herb garden is in your house, you don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Not at all. What are some of the other things that people would grow? Build with? I mean,
chocolate mint smoothie sounds fantastic.
Chocolate mint smoothie. That sounds awesome.
Hot cocoa is another one.
Oh, I love the hot cocoa.
Popsicles. Apparently, you can make chocolate mint popsicles. That sounds fantastic too. When they're talking about water, mint water, I do like strawberry. I grow strawberries in my garden, and strawberry mint water is fantastic.
I do like that. Yes.
Mint in a hot toddy.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Chocolate mint chicken. What? Laura, you need to bring me that. You need to send me that recipe because that anything chocolate mint chocolate really got me. And some chicken. All right.
So the way you put it on the actual chain. So basically, this is a regular chain that I got from my local hardware store. I got these from Home Depot, and I spray painted them gold
to match the hooks.
I spray painted the hooks too. So these are 2-inch, 1/4 inch hooks, and they're about $1.18 ish for two.
Okay.
And you can get them in the bolt nuts and bolts section. So basically, what they do is they hook onto the side like so, and onto the chain. So this allows you to make any sort of adjustments, for height, for sunlight, when you gotta take it down to water it, and yeah, it makes it so much easier. And again, so another thing to consider is when you actually hang it from the ceiling. So basically, when I hung it from the ceiling, I used basic planter hooks. You can find that. I found those at Target. They were like $1 and some change. And you need 4 of them. You want to make sure that they're lined up in a joist. You don't want to use anchors. I don't recommend using anchors. Find a joist. If you can't find a joist, find someplace else to put it up.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that it's in front of a light source area. But the thing is, because they can come off, you can always set them out on the deck or on your balcony when it's when the sunlight.
It's nice and bright out.
When it's nice and bright, because you're really flexible with these with this system, with the chains. So basically, you just hang it.
Let me see if I can.
So, and you want to make sure that
I want to get around you.
Sorry.
Nope. I don't want you to drop it.
All right. So you want to make sure everything's nice and level. And when you're bending over to put these on, it smells so good. Then do the same on the other side.
Am I in there?
I think you're in there. And there. That's it. That is your vertical herb garden.
All right, and those lovely, lovely labels.
And the lovely labels. You want to know how I did the labels? Well then, you're going to have to join me on Thursday on my Facebook, where I'm going to show you how I made those labels using my Cricut. And if you don't know my Facebook, I'm on Facebook at Toolbox Diva, so be sure to like the page so that you won't miss the post when I'm telling you about how I made these labels using my Cricut. And I'm also going to share with you the templates for these labels. So, and it was a whole Mod Podge type situation. It's a Mod Podge. And my favorite color these days, coral.
Yes.
Coral paper. And, of course, some vinyl to make vinyl decals.
Nice.
Yes. So, you got to join me. You got to make sure you like the Facebook page. At facebook.com/toolboxdivas. Don't forget to like it so that you won't miss Thursday when I share with you how to do these labels.
Yes, and make sure to subscribe to Hometalk.
And make sure to subscribe to Hometalk. Yes. And don't forget to tell me again really quickly.
No, she's already picked a winner. And the winner, congratulations, is Laura Stewart.
Laura Stewart, you are the winner of a new Hometalk tote.
Yes, her idea was vanilla rosemary ice cream.
Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. You gotta leave the recipe.
Yes, please.
Please leave the recipe for that. That sounds absolutely delicious.
All right, so what are we watching for tomorrow?
All right, so don't forget to hit subscribe button because you don't want to miss any of these fabulous lives on Hometalk. And be sure to tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. for another fabulous DIY. All right, guys. Till next time.